Dan was well-spoken, he was funny, he got to the point. I loved how he incorporated his children into his business and his life's work, and he brought all the points home. He gave excellent quotes, and I would hire Dan in a heartbeat. Dan is excellent.
Dan's presentation was phenomenal. In fact, it was mind-blowing. It helped me to envision possibilities for my own life and career, and to really help me to lean into my vision and stretch into the possibilities.
Dan was effective in putting forth his ideas in a way that caught my attention, made me think, but I could understand how to implement. And he made those points very quickly and powerfully.
I just saw Dan perform at an industry event, and he is such a consummate professional. In a short amount of time, he gave so many fantastic ideas and left us all with a key note that we can all release our inner brilliance. He was a fantastic speaker, and I highly would recommend him for any event.
Hi, I just want to recommend Dan's book. What I found is it's a great reminder of tips, tools, and solutions that you can use every day. And I've known Dan too over the years, for about 15 years, and his information, he's authentic, he's worked it, he's lived it, and it's a great book. He practices what he preaches, and I highly recommend you read it.
It was great hearing Dan speak today, and especially reading his new book. It may have been written for a millennial audience, but it is definitely something every single one of us should read. It has great tips for how to live your life with purpose and with passion, and I recommend it to everyone.
I heard Dan Shyti speak today about 10 timeless rules for a perfect launch, and he was so engaging. I've got college kids myself, and I can't wait to read his book because I know his tips are going to help me. Super energetic speaker and a lot of great messages.
10 timeless rules for life. I can't imagine not having this book as part of my arsenal of information that I will share with all of my friends. Dan has done exactly what we need. He has written a book that we can share with all of our friends. And I'm looking forward to having Dan on my talk show because I know that my audience would love to hear more about this book.
Yeah, I thought Dan was very well organized, but not so structured that it put off the audience. I think the one thing that really I can learn from Dan is how he engaged the audience. And when he knew to, and what time he knew to engage the audience. That's very important to keep audience contact. And I think his use of metaphors is probably on the World Series version of it. So he was just absolutely great.
All right, well, I've known Dan Shyti for probably 25 years. Matter of fact, I used to hire him and his company when we absolutely positively had to get something done. And so if there's anybody I can give a testimonial who gets things done, it's Dan Shyti. And like any great person who accomplishes things, he has a system and a methodology, and his book of 10 ways to achieve success is a perfect Dan Shyti book because it's point by point, step by step, how to do it.